Hey folks, my name is Jason Zerby. I'm the Solutions Architect here at Immuta, and today I'm going to be introducing our SQL Server integration. Now, I've already brought us into the wizard here, and in this demo, I've already configured an Azure SQL Server tenant, but you could also be talking about RDS or self-managed in this case. Configure some of the information here, right? Fully qualified domain name, port, that sort of thing. Give us the appropriate authentication method. And then if we go ahead and take a look at my existing connection here, I already configured. Here's that same connection information here, right? I've already connected to this particular SQL Server tenant on Azure. And I've told Immuta to focus in on this specific schema in terms of monitoring for new objects. Now you could tell Immuta to monitor multiple schemas, multiple databases, what have you. I've also federated out the administration to the data operations group in addition to myself. What this then looks like, and we're going to focus in on our customer loyalty table here today, as part of the customer data product we're ultimately going to be requesting access to. I've already configured the customer domain. Immuta, as part of its connections onboarding, has pulled out the schema tag. As well, I've already configured a data marketplace listing based upon this tag here, you'll notice. And for completeness sake, it would take a look at the customer domain, right? It's being automatically assigned based upon that customer tag. And there is that same customer loyalty table again. Now let's take a look at the data requester, data approver workflow. So if I go over to my right-hand browser window now, and I need access to this customer analytics product, which contains the customer loyalty SQL Server table we just saw. It contains a few other things here, but notice that I'm not able to get access to the raw blob, just those online tables here within these different data platforms. So if we go ahead and request access, we could tell the data approver or the data reviewer a little bit about what we're trying to do here. They have already configured this exactly how they would like in terms of getting the information they need to be able to do the determination. And so we submit that request. The data approver, data reviewer, however you set up the workflow, they're going to get an email, a Teams notification, perhaps a Slack notification, which tells them, hey, I need to go into the Immuta Data Marketplace and take care of an access request. Here's that same access request. I, as the data approver, am able to see all the different data sources my demo user is now going to get access to. Let's continue to the determination. Immuta has already picked up upon that the groups and attributes associated with past user requests would lead it to believe that this is a low-risk request, and therefore it's actually recommended to me that I just wholesale approve this particular user request in perpetuity. However, for the sake of this demo, I'm going to go ahead and approve just for the requested 2 hours here. So if we submit that determination under the hood, Immuta is going to issue the appropriate grants and other sorts of role updates that the native platforms need to be able to now allow that data requester to go ahead and query that data, right? And so now that I have had Immuta orchestrate that grant update into my Azure SQL tenant, I'm able to go ahead and run that query based on that table that was part of the customer data product. So in today's demo, we talked about the new SQL Server functionality in connections. We talked about tagging, as well as we went through and looked at the request approval workflow. Thanks so much for watching.